lads, welcome back to Ben Does FM and an end of season episode today, our first season in the Premier League, and we're going to wrap up with 2 games against Wolves and Southampton. We'll probably do a quick end of season review as well, have a look at how the players have performed, have a look at the transfers that we brought in, see how they got on over the course of the season. But let's get into Wolves away first, and then we'll talk about the end of season of Wolves and just our plans for next year. So let's get into it. So then, fellas, as I mentioned, we've got 2 games left in this season. We're currently sat in 9th. We've got Wolves, who are in 17th, and Saints, who are down in 19th. So not much for us to really play for, apart from finishing in the top half of the Premier League in our first season, which I think will be an excellent season. As you know, I had some serious concerns about the squad early on in the year. Concerns about the signings that we'd made. I just didn't think they were very good. But it's turned out all right. We've done really well. So we're currently on a 5-game unbeaten run. We've played the likes of Man United. We had an unbelievable game against Liverpool. We beat them 5-4. Drew to Bournemouth, beat Brentford and beat Aston Villa. So we're ending the season as well as we possibly can, really. So I'm expecting us to beat Wolves and Southampton and go on a 7-game unbeaten run at the end of this season. But, as I said, let's get into this Wolves game away from home, and then we'll start to think about next year and, what we're going to do with the squad. So, in goal, we're going to go with Iker Alvarez. We're going to go with Harambu at right back. We're going to go with Pavon and Jared Branthwaite, who is currently wanted by a couple of clubs, Bournemouth and Chelsea. If Chelsea come in, we've got no chance of keeping him. Ezekiel at left back. We're going to go with Ekelenkamp and Eric Martel. We're going to go with inside forward on the right hand side. We're going to go with Taksimovic, shadow striker Naheem. By the way, he's done really well this season. He's got an average rating of 7.09. I think that value is very, very harsh for him. He's currently a good Premier League player. He's done better than I anticipated. The left-hand side, we're going to go Prisbarek, and up top, of course, Makovic. That's the starting 11 to face Wolves. Just make sure we haven't got anyone left out. We've got a couple of people here who are wanted by clubs. Biscoff we put on the transfer list. Anyway, that's the team to face Wolves away. Actually just seen there on that loading screen that Wolves have won their last 4 games. I mean, that could potentially keep them up. Let's have a look. We'll have a look after this. See if actually we'll do it now. Let's see if they've changed manager recently. No, they haven't. No, so no new manager bounce. They've just decided that they wanted to turn up at the end of the season. So let's see how we get on. Right, Wolves with a corner. Hopefully we can defend this. They've hit the post. And Sheaf has just missed an open goal. Anyway, let's have a little talk about next year. It's going to be interesting. It's obviously going to depend on our transfer budget, see what we can do. We're probably going to look to start to embed and get in some younger players. I think that's going to be the theme. I know we've got a pretty young squad anyway, but I think now we're starting to get into that crossover of the regens coming into the game. And Jared Branthwaite should have done much better with that. We'll have a think about what we want to do for next year. But I think we're going to get as many regens into the side as we possibly can. Let's see if we can go 1-0 up just before half time. Ezekiel's won it back. He's got it to Eric Martel. We're just playing ping pong with Wolves defenders here. I hope there's a highlight at the end of this, otherwise it'll be a complete and utter waste of time. Anyway, Ezekiel's got it into Naheem, he's got it out to Maksimovic. What a pass that is to Prisbarek, and what a finish. That is a great goal. What a ball from Maksimovic. He's just picked it. I mean, it's a great bit of play. Naheem's just rolled it into Maksimovic. This pass, how he spotted that, it's a great finish. I've been so impressed. I said it on the last episode with Prisbarek. Since he's come in for 2.5 million, what a signing he's been. Right, 1-0 up. As it stands, we're on course. Well, we're currently sat in 8th. Brentford do actually have a game in hand on us. if we end this season finishing above the likes of Newcastle, West Ham, Palace, Brighton, I mean, I'm very happy with that. Look at the teams that are above us. They're basically the teams, like the big teams on the game. So, as I said, starting the season and thinking we're not very good, to end up being in the top half with one game to go, or eighth with one game to go, he says, just as they carve us apart. Dominic Solanke has scored 2 goals. He must have been out injured. There's no way he's scored 2 goals all season. Let's just have a quick look. Oh my God, he's played all season and this is his 2nd goal. Wow. Well, 8 minutes to go. Let's see if we can get back in front. Prisbury and a witness into the back post. Jared was Eckelenkamp. I thought it was Branthwaite. He still should score either way. It's a bit of a sitter, really. And it looks like that is going to be it. And it's 1-1. It's finished at Molineux. That's dropped us down to 10th, but that's our worst potential position we can finish. Look, we're currently 7 points clear of West Ham. I'll take that. Disappointing to get a draw. Pretty fair reflection of the game looking at that. So we'll take that. Final game of the Premier League season then, chaps. At home to Southampton. Let's have a little look. Can we make any changes? Can we sort of... Actually, no, we're not going to make too many changes. And I say that. It could cost us a few £1 million if we do and end up losing. So, someone I'm definitely going to be moving on is Pulido. Let's just put him in there just so I can... He's wanted by Al Etihad. If Al Etihad want to give us anywhere near that, let's just see if they want to do it now. They don't. If they want to give us 35 million for Pulido, I mean, we'll be driving him there because he's been useless. At least with Pavon, he hasn't been great, but he's 21 and he's got a lot of improving left to do. So he's definitely going to be the mainstay. Anyway, Ezekiel in at left back. Let's go with Morante and let's go with Billy Mitchell in this game. We were in the last game and Martel was rubbish. Otavio, it's probably going to be his last game for the club. We're going to look to move him on in the summer. Guattier and Makovic again. That is the team to play the final game of our first season in the Premier League. As I said in the intro, we were 5 games unbeaten. Obviously, just extended it to 6 against Wolves. Be nice to go on a nice little unbeaten run towards the end of the season. Again, I know I said it in the last game, but with the way that we started and the concerns that I had, yeah, it'll be nice to go on a nice little... What a ball that is from Guattier, and what a goal that is from Makovic. They're saying it's offside. I'm not sure. I think this is all right. I think this is a goal. It is. What a part. I mean, what a move. Look at this one-touch football from the lads. This is just a great ball over the top. Makovic has timed his run perfectly. We've seen this a couple of times this year. Him getting in behind, one touch, him just smashing it in the back of the net. Lions go 1-0 up. Right, free kick to Saints. Oh my word, what a goal that would have been. How are Southampton getting on? Are they in trouble? They are. Saints are going down. We'll have a little look. So it looks like we'll have a look at that in a sec after this highlight. See if we can go 2-0 up. Naeem's going to get this back in the box, I would have thought. No, he's not. He's going to shoot. That's a great save from Gavin Bazunu. Well, that's a weird free kick. Corner even. Right, let's have a quick look here before a highlight comes up. Yes, the Saints are going down, Leicester are going down, and it's between Luton, Everton and Wolves for that last spot. So we'll have a little look at some of these clubs, see they're going down. Saints might have a couple of players we could potentially nick. Not sure about Leicester. Yeah, we'll have a look. He's going to be someone we might look at. For Branich, he's always pretty good on Football Manager, and we've given away a penalty. I hate that. It's like, when do you ever see that action in football? Like one where it's fired in the box and a defender either clatters them from behind or from like the side. But it always happens on Football Manager. See if Branich is going to score. He is. 1-1. Come on, lads. You're already down. Just let us win. We haven't been very good in this first half, actually. Right. Let's have a bet. Is Naeem going to hit the bar or the post? Honestly, I've said it in videos before. He does it all the time. Nearly every free kick I've seen on a highlight, he hits the bar or the post. Like, can he just stop doing that and actually stick it in the back of the net? Right, 1-1. Wasn't a great half from us. I wouldn't say we had the better of the chances. They've obviously scored a penalty, so their XG is really high. But yeah, I don't think we were particularly good in that first half. All our subs are done. Last 15 minutes. Let's go demand more. See if that will make any difference. But it'll be a pretty disappointing way to finish the end of the season. I'm not going to lie. 2 draws against sides right down the bottom of the table. Let's see if we can nick this, though. Oh, it's great football again. Makovic, what a goal. What a goal. What a goal. It's great football, this. I mean, that pass from Naeem is just top draw. It's going to be the usual. Concede straight away. I mean, that is just a catalogue of what the fuck's gone on. The first shot's come in, we've blocked it. The second shot's come in, it's hit the post. The third shot's then just fallen straight to their centre forward. Tell me FM isn't scripted. Look at the state of this. I mean, it's just ridiculous. We're 4 minutes into 7 minutes of added on time. Can we nick a late winner, or is it going to be 2 draws to round out the season? Our first season in the Premier League. Oh my God, I thought Naheem had just rolled them in then. What a pass that is from Branthwaite. What a pass. What a move this could be. Oh. I thought that was going to be one of the goals of the season from us there. And that is full time, and that brings the end to the first season in the Premier League. Let's see how we finished up. We finished 9th, top half finish. I'm very happy with that. As I keep saying, I've said it multiple times, the start we had, the concerns over the squad, I think we've done really well. We've won 15 games out of our 38, so very happy. We've got 12 points to try and make up in terms of the European places. Is that just going to be too much for next season, or is it going to be a season 3 in the Premier League thing? So we're definitely going to try and close that gap. We've got a lot to do in the summer. Let's have a look at Tyler Diblin, actually. He's not as good on this game as he obviously is in real life. Anyway, that is the end of the games in the season. We are now just going to do a quick end of season review in this episode as well. So let's get into that. So let's just have a quick look and see if our budgets have been set for next season. No, it hasn't ticked over yet. So let's just wait for that message to come through. We have set a record high. That's the highest place finish we've ever recorded. So all the people singing you're getting sacked in the morning, you know who you are. We've recorded our highest ever finish for Millwall Football Club. So very happy with that. We beat that 10th place finish in 88-89 by a point. So yeah, very happy. Nothing through. Right, here we go. Budgets. Right, we've got £50 million to spend. And 70k in the wage budget. Okay, so we're going to need to do some tinkering there. I think we've got this money to come through from Hoseda. I'm almost certain that will tick over at the end of the season. A couple of signs to talk about. JC Fitzgerald, he's coming in on a very cheap deal. I think we signed him for 350k. He's in and out on Football Manager, so obviously this is the updated database. It'll be interesting to see how good he is, but he is that typical profile of youngster from a massive club, high profile. Will he ever kick a ball for us? Don't know. We could turn some profit. Marco Martins, he's a youngster regen. He looks all right. I think that value is obviously going to shoot up. We signed him for 2.5 million, by the way. That activated his release clause. And Stephen Karani, he'll probably never kick a ball for us, but a youngster from Chelsea. So that's the budget. Let's get through now to the end of season, and we'll start to look at some players we want to ship out. We've got a couple up for transfer lists. We're going to actively now try and get rid of them because we've got the new budget in. Remember what I always talk about. It's a use it or lose it situation. So if we'd have sold them at the end of last year, that budget would have just disappeared. So we've waited. We've put them up for transfer, but we'll now start to offer them out in a hope that we'll get some bids in. But £50 million, I think we can do some damage with that. Right, end of season review, 26-27, season 4? Yeah, season 4, really should know that. Season 4 of this Millwall Save. Let's just have a quick look now at some signings that we brought in and see how the board rated them. Jonathan Okone coming on a free transfer. We're actually just going to get rid of him. He's never going to kick a ball for us. He's not very good. But he's come in. The board reckon he's a B. Probably quite generous. Wilson Esbrand, we got him in on loan as some cover. He done quite well, actually. Is his contract up in... Right, his contract's up. So he could be someone we might look to get in. I mean, he's a good championship player, but we might just get him in as some cover at left back. Anyway, we'll sort that out in a moment. Jurgen Eckelenkamp, I thought he was going to be better. I'm not going to lie. He done okay. No goals, 1 assist. Okay. Rabbi Mateta Pepper, the board are really disappointed with that deal. 18 million. Yeah, it's probably looking quite steep now. I thought he might be a bit of a wonder kid. We'll probably need to ship him out on loan next year. Jared Branthwaite, he's just excellent for us. John PSV. What's gone on there? Did he go out on loan to him or something? Right, so apparently his last club was John PSV, even though we signed him from Everton after playing 45 games in the Championship. Weird FM thing. Prisbarek, again, C+. I'm surprised by that. I thought when he played, he done really well. But again, 20 years old, he's going to do some developing for us over the next year or so. Antonin Kinski, he wants to leave now. We signed him for 1.5 million. This is a typical. We signed him for 1.5 mil. These clubs want him. His value is now 10 million. Let's see if we can get that. I'll be surprised if we don't. Lucas Ezekiel, 11 million, probably quite steep, but he's done income a decent job. They've said A+ the board. Samil Kumbedi, not great. He's going to be leaving us in the summer, or we're going to try and move him on in the summer, I should say. Iker Alvarez played every game in the Premier League. If we can get an upgrade on him, I think we definitely will do, but he did all right. Harambu, youngster, £5 million. Look at that value already. He's got some unbelievable physicals. Needs to do some improvement on his technicals, but he's done all right. Otavio, he's going. He's 32 now. We just signed him as some sort of here and now quality. He hasn't done too much really for us. Eric Martel, he's come in. Again, what's wrong with these clubs? He definitely didn't come from Austria Vienna. I was going to say he come from Cologne. He played a lot of games for us. Done pretty well, to be honest. Polido, I mentioned him in the last video. If Al Ittihad want to give us 35 million, he's going. He was okay at best. Pavon, coming in January, 12 million. Look at that value. I keep saying that. He's going to be a mainstay at centre-back for us. Baladi didn't really play, but they've given him an A+. Saldana, he's going to be going. I don't think he scored a single goal for us. No, he didn't. He was useless. See if anyone wants him. I don't imagine they will. And then Faber Rosero, 1.8 million from Atletico Nacional. I mean, again, just a wonder kid that's come in, and look at that value. He'd probably have to go out on loan next year, being perfectly honest. In fact, we're going to get him up for loan now. We want him to get some developing done. If he can go to a championship team, I'd be pretty happy with that. But that's the signings. Overall, what am I going to give it an overall? I'm going to go C+. I don't think it was great. I think we've done what we needed to do. That's about it. A+ from the board for our 9th place finish. There was a little period of time where I thought Europe might be on the cards. We did quite well against the bigger clubs, to be fair. we had this little run here early on in the season, Chelsea, Arsenal, Man City, where we lost. But we beat Spurs, drew with Man United, drew with Liverpool. We went unbeaten against Liverpool, beating them and drawing against them. Unbeaten against Man United. But beat Arsenal there 1-0. So we've done quite well against the bigger sides, to be perfectly honest. Liverpool have won the league. Everton, Saints and Leicester have been relegated. So we will have a look at those squads, see if we can raid anyone. Biggest win, we beat Leicester 5-1, beat Forest 4-0. Goal of the season. Should we have a look at this? Let's have a look at this then. Max Simovic's goal on the 9th minute. Let's have a little look and see what this goal of the season is. Yeah, fair enough. I can't remember, I can't really think of one that we would have done that beat that, but that was a belter from, how did we draw that 3-3? We actually went, oh yeah, what a game that was for the neutral, by the way. Anyway, that was the goal of the season. Nothing's really changed in terms of the finances. Guatier Ott's shirt is the best seller. Weirdly, Otavio's and Kone's are in there, but that's odd. Team of the season, pretty much the team we played most of the season with. I don't think there's anyone in there that I would have changed. Naheem, 7.10. Honestly, he's just been excellent for us. He's wanted. Okay, so we might have a bit of a challenge to keep him in the summer if either of those two clubs come in for him. Accolades, player of the season, Naheem. Young player of the season, Naheem. Sign of the season, Prisbarek, even though the board gave him a C+, I think it was. We watched the Maximovic goal. Top goal scorer, Makovic, 19 goals. He's just turned into a proper Premier League centre forward, 6'4". He's an animal. Most assists, Naheem. So, yeah, oldest player, Otavio. Not for much longer. I think we're going to struggle to get rid of him, to be perfectly honest. But history in the making. We recorded our highest place finished in England in our history. So well done to the squad for that. I managed my 200th game. And that is the end of season roundup. Let's just go through here and have a quick look at what the board want us to do next season. So they want us to become an established Premier League side now. So when I looked midway point of the season last year, it was just to continue to try and avoid relegation. They want me to spend the original transfer budget. We can definitely do that. No problem at all. Attacking football, make the most set pieces, play counter-attacking football and play entertaining football. I think we can do all of those things. So then, fellas, as I said, end of the first season in the Premier League. Highest finish ever for the club. £50 million in the bank. The next episode is going to be a bit of a transfer special. So we will go through, start to look at some players we're going to want to sign in the summer. We're going to do now a lot of outgoings. I think we're going to try and move a lot of players on. Let's just go through those players for you. Otavio, I want to move him on. Pulido, I want to move him on. Ikone, I want to move him on. Terrain, when he comes back, we want to move him on. Biscoff, want to move him on. Kumbedi, want to move him on. Saldana, want to move him on. Coppola, I think we'll probably lose as well. So look, yeah, 8 million, he'll be going. So yeah, we're going to be losing quite a few players. Yeah, we'll come back now, have a look at a bit of a transfer special, look at who we're going to target. We're going to have a look and go through some of our scout reports and go through these. We haven't done the recruitment focuses for a while, so we'll have a look at who we can potentially get in. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting summer, I think. I want to try and make a push now for Europe, which will be an unbelievable feat in our second season, but that's the plan. As ever, if you're new around here, please do give the channel a subscribe. We're over 100 subs now, which I'm just amazed at that. I started out doing this just as some fun, really. I play loads of Football Manager. I've never done any video editing or anything like that before, and I've really enjoyed it. So hopefully you've enjoyed the save today. Hopefully you've enjoyed the other series as well. But as I said, if you are new around here, please do give the channel a subscribe. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments down below whether you think we can achieve Europe next year. Is it too far? Is it too much of a long shot? let me know where you think we need to strengthen. Any ideas, let me know. Keen to hear your thoughts on that. And as I said, we'll come back now for a transfer special. So we will see you on the next episode.